Welcome everyone here to our live Linux distribution development here on this channel. That of course being T2 SDE, our just mostly raw vanilla except patched to work and not have peak bugs. And so previously, probably last year or something, we always had like nightly servers running to scan the package upstream here, like LVM, GitHub and others, for updates. And for 15 years it was just like email notification and some human had to copy and paste that. Then like a year or plus minus whatever, here on this channel we made that an AI bot to automatically test this and commit this, and it works like 90% fine, and 10% or less than 10%, maybe only 5 or so, are a little bit annoying for like updating Python 2 to Python 3 and stuff, which, yeah. And so another thing is that a lot of upstream packages release tarballs with stray nonsense, like why is on the LVM website apparently stuff for GNU, SLS, Red Hat, PowerPC, like are you freaking kidding me? We could actually, it must come from this website, so it must be real. I didn't check that, but so that's something I've seen for 15 years, even with our nightly emails. And so what, previously we got this nightly email, like usually like 4 in the morning, you wake up and stuff breakfast, do your T2 Linux updates, because obviously ambitions, dedication, and you filter that out menu. If you scan over that in the email, of course, like, yeah, YOLO, some random garbage, yeah, fine. So what is, so even 18, I actually should check where that is coming from. And so today I quickly want to get rid of this random stuff. And so what would you do to remove, like disqualify Apple, Darwin, unknown Linux, GNU, and other unsuccessful Red Hat, IBM, Oracle's broken Linux stuff? Leave in the comments below how would you do that, and then we continue in a second, because I actually wanted to check if that is really real, even real, really real, even real. So yeah, that is real. Why in the name of God they need to pollute and litter their release with other unknown, unsuccessful one-man garish startup Linux versions? I have no idea. Or even freaking IBM's failed AIX. Your bet is as good as mine. I mean, I have nothing against Oracle releasing their failing AIX Unix updates on their freaking website, but why that needs to be on a primary open source releasing is beyond me, but it's there. So if you want to practice problem solving and design skills and stuff, then pause here, go meditate how you would tackle that, and I could continue discussing this now. So for a long time I've wondered, how do we solve this? And this morning I had, like, after 15 years and seeing that again, it's like, the solution is so easy. So what other people would do, like LVM Clang people, they would create a black or deny list. And so some people would add, like, filter out Apple, filter out Darwin, filter out, like, having a std vector or old-fashioned C array or Perl, Python, whatever dynamically allocated array thing, and like match it against it. But that was of course cumbersome and stuff. Another thing is, we could train another AI, right? We could fire up our AMD GPU compute stuff. We could train a neural network of training. How do you do that? You could split the version, and or like, I mean, sure, you could put the whole string into some neural network, but that usually probably doesn't work the best. Probably it's best to pre-split that and feed the neural network and or other AI setup stuff with this parts of the like pre-split and stuff, so that the network as it is also, what does it solve? It solves that the neurons, the virtual neurons, are not training on fixed character positions. So obviously the neural network needs to train on dynamically changing like word components, or like, then it's the neural network as it is training parts of this world. You probably need a multi-layer network to train the different words and the different components, like where it is in the version string and stuff. But we will do nothing like that. We do today the most YOLO, you only live once, and redneck engineering solution that it came to me this morning, like, why Guru meditate so long and make it so difficult when all we need to do, look at this pattern. What does this pattern say? Right, all the strange versions that should not really be there are freaking way too long, right? So why not simply make a complete redneck, or like why AI, like that you can't debug and you need to hope that sometimes it delivers some useful result and doesn't drive your Tesla into a concrete block on the street. We simply check that the freaking version number is not getting like more than twice as long. You could even say like it's super like string size, like string length here on this channel to improve our AI data update bot. Part of a tiny little component of all this AI like scripting glue and stuff that is involved there. Obviously this is just one component, this is just one old frontend, which I actually have to rewrite. It's currently written in C++, right? I actually need to freaking rewrite this stuff. This was part of, because all our T2 build stuff is is Bash shell, and a friend of mine, not my best friend here in Berlin, and I, 15 years ago thought, can we make this, we made a little science experiment, can we make this stuff better, like our tiny little portable Linux solution, can we make this stuff better with statically typing and stuff? And no, we couldn't. We saw like, is it like, instead of randomly breaking, is statically typing and compiling and stuff better than shell scripting? And we quickly learned after this prototype of version scanning stuff, like, no, it's freaking cumbersome. Like even shell has better string manipulation than freaking C++. But no, so some other day we need to freaking rewrite this, because it's a failed experiment. Nonetheless, it's currently mostly working, so why change something? So I think that goes in here. So that is our T2 sources, which again we need to rewrite. A rare moment of C++ on this channel. And so yeah, leave in the comments below. What do you think of the solution? I think this probably should fix most of our issues, at least for now. Filtering out overlong random garbage. I mean, it still would not necessarily filter out other random garbage. For example, here's LVM-64. Why the freaking heck is that even there? Where is 64 here in this? Oh, there's AArch and x86 64. I mean, it probably should still solve that, I would hope. Why is the LVM-64 unknown GNU SLES? Where is SLES? Somehow, how does that matching work? LVM plus Clang. I mean, it's anyways stuff we wouldn't want to. I probably another day need to make this matching also more strict, not even to like, not, okay, I wanted to say to make, also, yeah, there are even freaking more assets. Yeah, maybe this filtering should be more strict, not to even, like if it, not to try to change from Clang to Clang plus LVM. The problem there is even that we split this like a version number, so if you compare to Clang, then Clang plus LVM is still, then the version number is like, eventually maybe we still need to train a freaking neural network to decipher, like 2022, you need to train an AI neural network stuff in neural engine to filter out freaking mess that modern projects produce on their open source free stuff. I have no idea. I mean, all the efforts and all the waste, right? They waste so much storage, right? If it's like, yeah, I wouldn't want to run GitHub with all the duplicated stuff. I mean, why is this duplicated? Because this is, wait a second, this is pre-built stuff even. Oh, what a waste of bandwidth and storage and stuff. Anyway, let's see how far we goes, how far we get. It should be relatively easy, except I don't every day work on this code, so working on the other surrounding shell script things of T2 is easier. Because I do daily this C++ stuff here, I only, wait, is it a return? Actually, some of this coding stuff. So, spoiler alert, a lot of this code my friend has written, as I usually like to blame other people here, but to be fair, I mean, yeah, it was 15 years ago and we were young and naive. Because I don't like this return like function call. I'm not really sure why. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not the point of the video. So here's some operator. So this is some subversion. So that I think this is one component of the version thing. Where is even subversions? This might be one part only, I guess. Next part. Maybe next part. Here maybe comparing that with that. Maybe we could skip all the subversion. What this does is it iterates over all the extracted version components. Maybe we can completely short circuit that because we don't need to scan all this part there. Let's quickly compile that with debug. And actually, we can actually leave it there, makes it full screen. Some stuff doesn't build, maybe we just... Alright, next, I somehow messed that up. I probably typed that there. Public, what even... size string, I'm not sure what I... so much channel pressing random stuff live on this channel. Where does it drop? Hello? Did it drop already? No further. String. So now I should be back in business. Yeah. And if we run this now again for LLVM. Hey, 0 frames. Hello, what is with our internet? So we have some good old-fashioned extracted part Linux, so that is there. I think it's recomparing stuff here, which is why you see here different things. It's probably some sorted list of, didn't check that, but probably it is. Doesn't help me the most. Let's add it in there then. Let's compare. I think this should be enough. Where is comparing here? Let's. What I usually like is adding there's operator. Okay, -1 and this is just running compare. So I guess I mean, this probably violates lots of STL design things of sorting. So maybe not, because the sorting should. What is even the term for that? Whatever the term. I mean, like stable sorting. It might not be entirely stable or stuff. Maybe is it? Whatever. Let's see. Anyway, so it should be as simple as version. What is even the const version thing? That is already ready-made version classes. Here's class version. Is that in our? That is in our class and member function. Maybe inherited string. I guess we can. How many comments are here from me? Only one. I guess we can remove this because we will not be going to work on this old code. Okay, there is a standard version. Insert here. Where are we even? Insert here. What is it even? Not even sure what that was. Here. So let's see what results we get. Avoid. We can copy an example of is this, hello, focus. And then basically if, I mean, we could start with twice the size. What is even here sticking on my keyboard? Maybe don't eat muesli on your workstation. If so we're comparing B with A, if B, what was even the name? Was it version? String? It's version. Yeah. If B version size greater our and the reason I do this every day, as I previously said, I wanted to automate this version check for 15 years until I've done it last year or so for this YouTube channel. And like each day I don't do this, it's manual work. Each day spent like multiplying of either reverting random shit or copy and pasting random stuff to update something. So if that's 2 times our size, then return, so this should return if the other, then the other is smaller. Is that should we do the two-way compare? Should we, if our size is larger than 2 times the other, I guess we can't control, I guess it's randomly algorithm, sorting algorithm called. So if ours is because basically we want to sort all the random long stuff we want to sort down, that it's not the latest version, it's some other. So I guess it could be called otherwise by whatever do we use, what do we even use here for that? Is it just using a sort on versions? What is it? Is it just a regular old-fashioned? This is just some freaking vector. Yeah, we could have actually used the sorting thing, but apparently we didn't for whatever reason. So, smaller -1 greater if it's this and B, if this is greater than B. Right, let's maybe see what happens there. Build, that's a good start. Does it also do something useful? Not still. Yes, here's some LVM64. Maybe that didn't do yet the trick, but something like that should work. It's just a matter of, I mean, the other thing is we could actually filter. I mean, if we would, maybe the most reliable thing would be, actually, where do we even compile the list? Maybe the best thing would actually not be to fumble around in the sorting algorithm. Maybe the best thing would be to simply not add them to the list. Like parse list. Where is the original extract from template? Parse list file as odd. Search for matching. Versions, new versions. line and prefix. Versions. It's also old-fashioned C code, of course. You would otherwise use some iterator. And obviously, yeah. Not really sure why I added this to do there, but it came through. Here it is adding that to newer versions. Where is even the reference version? Versions compare version? With version? With that version? Is it being called with a reference version? Maybe template is the old version. Let's comment our new sorting hack out here. Or, yeah. Also, you know what? The benefit is of other people hate this comments, but the benefit is of all using this single line C++ comments is that you can otherwise use this kind of comments around them, right? Matched substring begin length. Extract from file name. So we're adding that there. Oops. So that is version string So yeah, maybe we simply filter them out. I mean, it will not solve all the stuff. For example, darn it is. Why is it extracting? That is where the garbage version comes from. The garbage version comes from like this 1804. Why does it do that? 1502 source. Darn, it's matching the. It keeps the source for the. So that's what we extract, all right, because it's before, it's actually, okay, that is the thing, because it is before the tarball name. And welcome everyone. We are working on improving our scanning the internet for versions, for open source updates, so that we don't need to do them manually. This somehow is right, maybe it's so it will not solve this confusion today. I need to debug that another day. Maybe, I mean, we don't, if we improve our 95% to 99%, it's already an improvement. And for the last 1%, I eventually need to rewrite this because the C++ code base obviously totally doesn't scale. So we just improve our, improve our AI bot that is named data with, and what we need to do for that is today improve the C++ base, which we also need to rewrite, but otherwise can only use version extraction. Is that the front end? Call this front end, back end, at least front end of the AI bot. So yeah, let's do that here. So so I guess with extraction we can directly if, like, so then let's do that here. Filter out excessively, even just non-native English speaker formatted easier language. Filter out overly long versions like, yeah, you get the idea. Actually, we don't need that, so like PowerPC, whatever. Yeah, I want to actually we can also use a freaking Unicode dot, right? Nothing like a real ellipsis. So why does it look so strange? So just some mild re-rendering glitches because it is a freaking old Emacs code base. Using the same anti-aliased patched Emacs for 15 years, I probably need to find a new editor as well. So if that other version, if that version is greater than our current version, and I would even go for making this 2/3, like version 2/3. So this is, we could write floating point, but like this we don't have floating point. Who cares, right? So 2/3 of that else if we have any size, and if debug so let's see if that works. This is in version 2 string. Alright, we need the size there. That is why search for mouse pointer when you can just use arrow key navigation. So some of this doesn't find much now. Okay, this Python still works. Does it 3.10 3.2? Some of this doesn't. Doesn't it works the best? Maybe make two longer. Otherwise, if the version is very short, actually, yeah, we often have 3 digits, so that only would mean 3, 6, and 6 divided 2/3. What have I even written there? I meant 3, but even that, yeah, maybe I was thinking this overlong versions, but it might be too short. That is somewhat better. Do you even see that? Probably want to see that more. What do we got now? It's Clang. Nothing. Okay, that is better, but maybe, you know what? I mean, the thing is, it really the version shouldn't get that much longer. I mean, if we have like a regular version, I mean, if we have a short one, I mean, theoretically, we filter out the one thing we have a hard-coded list is for release candidate and alpha, beta and stuff. But this basically, like if we want to filter out release candidates, the shortest would be that. So that would not be double as it, so, but I mean this would be double. I mean at most, I mean Firefox is doing stuff like that, right? If we have 106 just released previous video, 106, right? And then 106, so that is 2 more of 4. Is this 3? So that, yeah, this is exactly, yeah, it's a little bit like 3 halves is, would just cover that. It's probably 3 halves is too strict. So yeah, I guess we double that for now. It just so like double. I mean, we don't need to filter out everything, right? We filter out alpha, beta, release candidate stuff. So let's make. We can always fine tune it later if we then still find. Where is even my? Oh, there. So 2 times that if size, if the new version is larger than not 22, 22. Did I save that? Okay, this still has some Apple Darwin garbage. Is this really? I mean, this only works. So this is independent, right? We don't need to do everything. So this is exactly what we want to avoid. So what is the version we compare there? That we should. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 by 2 is 14. Yeah, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh wait, the version here includes source. Okay, let's maybe make it 3. And this should usually be enough, right? 3 halves. Maybe we should better actually use floating point. Actually, that is somewhat better. It's of course not ideal. I wonder if... I mean, we should usually still match most stuff. Like sync GNOME stuff or whatever there. I mean, it usually should not become longer. I mean, usually they use 0, right? And even if they use that, that adds 2. And so if we would, that would be 4. 3 is 9, is 4.5. 3 times 9, half 4. Okay, maybe we use. It's a little bit nitpicking here on the last digit. We could also use floating point and not strictly larger. Yeah, this still has this Apple Darwin in there. But I don't want to make it too strict now. This Apple Darwin we should filter in other ways by better matching that it actually, because that is in the middle of the tarball there. That should also be differently filtered. Why is this matching nothing? 310, maybe there is just not a new version. 310. Yeah, some better stuff. Not sure if we filter that out. 310. Ruby doesn't download. Couldn't resolve first odd stable. What the heck? I thought I once... Interesting, I thought I had once fixed them. I once must have missubstituted this stuff. But yeah, not only win of my time of automating that, like everything I invest today is saved every single day from now on, every morning, night and stuff. And then sometimes there is an extra win of debugging a little bit around. Why do I even spend time with this? It's like I wasted 15 years, I don't want to waste another 15 years. And sometimes we find typos like that. We could actually... so we could either grab for that, which might only be one. We could also otherwise grab for CVURL and then filter out everything that doesn't have HTTP in there. Okay, this has FTTP. Okay, let's filter out everything with :/ This is only Ruby left, so it was flags, right? Still doesn't find anything. Actually, wait a second, we need to manually... Oh, but it didn't... I know it finds something. Because otherwise, okay, otherwise we filter also our front end to that script does it. Let's, while we have this open already, let's quickly check if that is, so there is preview release 3.1.2, so it's actually indeed the latest. Let's quickly blame that. I wonder which kind of interesting... So I probably manually mistyped that when I did 3.1.2 a while ago. Nothing much was lost. So then I guess it's time... I guess we still need to delete this very high last version and theoretically also like B stuff, just because I just started Python and such overly. So this we delete then, because we better implemented it elsewhere. So then let's wake up data. Nothing like having another. This is the wrong focus. All right, let's first wake it up. I need better UI front ends to that. Nothing like having another Ryzen 3950X. Always takes a short while to wake up. Yeah, just didn't select. I know I currently am. So many key commands now. I somehow should it not be? Oh, it should be that one. Why does this not? Oh, there, now it moves. So then this should probably come up with source, shouldn't it? So then let's let that run. The whole data AI scripting glue. And this exactly, it previously already updated here some stuff to 1804, so it's still some improvements needed, but like here FZF FreeBSD stuff. So what it does then is hopefully auto updating. Actually, it actually test builds that. I probably should check that. FZ, oh, oops. FZF, I think it was. Not that. Okay, did thankfully not update to some complete garbage there. So yeah, that's it then for the video. One small step for our Unistring, right? So that's why we're here and do that. Lib Unistring, is it even? Alright, it's a, I would hope that this is stable, the modern stuff of nothing like having your computers do the work for you. Lib Uni string. No, but previously 1.9. Maybe I should have opened the website though, which we don't have there. Looks like that should be still released. So with that, one last thing, tiny little metadata update. Because obviously it's also a little bit long here. 92 library for Unicode strings. This is shorter. Nothing like copy and paste. And this. So. That's it then for the video. Another little Pano, whatever there. I hope you enjoyed this, learned something. Leave in the comments what you think. How would you have solved that? Would you have how do you like my quick version filtering hack? But yeah, keep it super simple. Like recurring pro tip, keep it super simple. Don't throw an AI neural network on stuff where you don't need it. I hope you learned something. Have a good day or night. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and I hope to see you soon for the next fun and usually T2 related stuff to come.